Visit with the man Julia Child calls the best chef in America, Monday at 12:30.
Chicago collapse. A late-night party ends in death when a porch gives way. We'll hear a survivor's story. A massive security sweep against Saddam diehards in Iraq. As Palestinian factions call a truce, a revealing look inside Hamas. And Surf's Up, the beach bus that's just the ticket for inner-city kids.
This is the CBS Evening News with John Roberts.
And good evening. A night of celebration in Chicago ended with 12 people dead, dozens of others injured. A party in the city's affluent Lincoln Park neighborhood turned to tragedy when a porch packed with people collapsed, tumbling down on top of other partygoers. Eyewitnesses say the victims simply disappeared when the porch floor gave way. Cynthia Bowers in Chicago has been tracking the story.
Lives, hopes, and dreams came crashing down in a matter of seconds when just after midnight, a third-floor wooden porch crowded with young partygoers gave way with no warning.
The bodies just fell. I mean, didn't look like anyone's body moved at all. It just all stayed in their, upright position, and just all at once it came down.
That collapse triggered a terrifying chain reaction as two porches below also tumbled to the ground, trapping a number of victims in a basement stairwell. Rescuers found themselves facing a tangle of young people in wood.
Just a lot of blood everywhere. Just people injured, a lot of mayhem and chaos, people confused.
The firemen and the police officers who were on the scene made it here very quickly, but they were initially overwhelmed. There was just so many people.
One man who'd left the porch just moments before the collapse, so shaken up he didn't want to appear on camera, couldn't believe how quickly everything fell apart.
I heard a huge bang. It was like a thunderbolt, and then a crash and a little bit of screaming, and I just turned and I saw where the porch used to be and people used to be. There was nothing.
Most of the partygoers were in their early 20s. Many had attended high school together on Chicago's North Shore and were now enrolled at DePaul University. 11 were pronounced dead at the scene. A 12th died at a local hospital. One of several where heartbroken friends and families gathered early today.
The son was killed in the accident.
In all, 57 people were injured. The investigation into the accident is just getting underway, but officials say already one thing is clear.
It appears to be a case of just too many people in a small space.
Survivors are grateful but grief-stricken.
I think those of us who got out and are all right feel very lucky and very upset for the people who didn't make it.
City inspectors say even though the apartment building, which you can see behind me here in trendy Lincoln Park, was old, the porch itself appeared to be fairly recent construction. Chicago police have designated this a crime scene, even though it's still not clear what, if any, laws may have been broken. John?
Cynthia Bowers live for us tonight in Chicago. Cynthia, thanks. One of the survivors is 22-year-old Natalie Brome, a neighbor who was on the porch when it gave way. Brome fell to the ground but was only slightly injured, saying, "I guess I got lucky." She talked about her ordeal.
It just collapsed. It was just like completely gave out from under us. There was people covering me. It was pitch black and everyone was screaming, "I'm gonna die." I mean, there's I can't imagine that hell could be any worse than that. So, I mean, I assumed I was gonna die. And you could feel like people being pulled off of the top, and then I could feel my foot like moving outside, and then I don't know, they pulled people off as quickly as they possibly could, and I was able to get up and get out.
U.S. forces in Iraq have launched a massive sweep across the country, hunting down Saddam loyalists. Operation Sidewinder cut a swath across the center of Iraq, from the Iranian border to an area north of Baghdad. Elizabeth Palmer reports U.S. troops raided more than 20 towns, hoping to crush the resistance responsible for the now daily attacks on American lives.
Soldiers will scour central Iraq for weapons and Ba'ath Party loyalists. When the night shift ends, the day shift takes over, more determined than ever to find the information that will lead them to Saddam himself.
We either capture or kill him. There's no doubt that the fact that we have not been able to show his fate allows these remnants of the Ba'athist regime to go around and say, you know, Saddam will come back and we will come back, so don't cooperate with the coalition.
But military searches and checkpoints often assume the innocent are guilty. And in the charged atmosphere of Iraq right now, things can turn ugly fast. A soldier manning a checkpoint in Fallujah confiscated $600 from Jamal Shalash's car. But with no way to determine whether it was ill-gotten or not, and to avoid a riot, he was ordered to give it back. But that wasn't good enough for the crowd. Even when the American soldiers try to help, it's clear that patience is wearing thin on all sides.
Hold on, hold on. Hold on. The longer I have to argue, the longer you're going to be here. Everybody listen to me, please.
Sergeant Rob Bridgeford is one of only 2 civil affairs officers detailed to help the people who gather outside military headquarters in South Baghdad every day. They ask about everything from missing relatives to housing.
Yeah, they shouldn't be raising the rent on him at this time. As I understand, there's a rent freeze on.
Add that to the list of things nobody here believes. Most Iraqis want to believe the U.S. occupation will improve their lives. But slow progress means American soldiers are fast using up the stock of goodwill they earned by getting rid of Saddam in the first place. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, Baghdad.
In the nation's capital, there are growing calls for President Bush to better explain to the American people just what is happening in Iraq, and, as Joey Chen reports, for him to reach out to opponents of the war to help fashion peace.
Reeling from the daily onslaught by supporters of Saddam Hussein, U.S. troops are struggling to get Iraq under control. Key senators spoke out on the Sunday talk shows to say they're worried.
Well, I don't think we have months. I think we've got weeks to turn this around. And the people on the ground know it. Our military people are exhausted.
Several senators who have just returned from Baghdad are expressing alarm that the attacks on U.S. soldiers are being coordinated by well-trained forces.
Clearly, the Iraqis who are killing them have a pretty good idea of where their flak jackets are, where the defenses are, and precisely where the bullet has to be placed.
Senator John McCain warns the White House must be clear about what is needed to finish the job.
It's not that they're not talking straight. I just don't think they are sharing with the Congress and the American people in an open manner all the challenges that we face.
Senators are pressing for more troops to shore up the effort and are urging the president to seek help from allies, including those European nations that oppose the U.S. decision to wage war against Saddam Hussein.
NATO should be in. NATO's trained with us. NATO can coordinate with us. NATO can operate under U.S. command.
On Capitol Hill, there's a growing sense of urgency to get something done quickly. As one senator pointed out, a lot of soldiers are very tired, and a lot of reservists have been on active duty now for a very long time. Joey Chen, CBS News, Washington.
Israel today pulled troops back from sections of the Gaza Strip. At the same time, Palestinian groups announced a 3-month ceasefire. Yasser Arafat's mainstream Fatah movement joined the radical groups Hamas and Islamic Jihad, pledging to halt attacks against Israelis for 3 months. The troop pullback was not linked to the ceasefire, which Israel dismissed as, quote, a ticking bomb, one that would only give the militants time to regroup and rearm. The goal, says both Israel and the United States, is to dismantle groups like Hamas. But as Kimberly Dozier reports tonight, there are plenty of Palestinians who object to that idea.
This is the face of Hamas the outside world knows. Defiant gunmen and would-be suicide bombers. These are the men who've declared a 3-month hiatus on killing Israelis. They're arguably the most popular movement in Palestinian territory, rivaling Palestinian President Yasser Arafat. But it's not just the firepower that makes them so.
When a child is sick or a family can't pay rent, many people here don't turn to the Palestinian Authority. They go to the welfare branch of Hamas.
The Islamic Society, as the charitable wing is known, provides everything from free health care to schooling to financial aid. The group's social workers comb refugee camps, seeking out the needy. They spell the difference between poverty and survival for hundreds of families with too many mouths to feed.
Wow. 12.
Hanan Jaras lost her husband 3 years ago. Her only income is $300 a month from the Islamic charity. Not a penny comes from the Palestinian government, which is widely seen here as corrupt. The family also gets an allowance twice a year to buy clothes. So it's no surprise this widow says she would gladly give her vote to Hamas candidates over Yasser Arafat. The White House has condemned Hamas as a party of warfare, not welfare, and demanded the Palestinian Authority take it apart, both its armed wing and its charities. But for these kids, the group known to the rest of the world for bringing pain and suffering has given them a chance to hope and dream. Kimberly Dozier, CBS News, Gaza City.
Still to come on tonight's CBS Evening News, if they marry again in Canada, will it hold up in the United States?
Ensure
friendship.
Ensure
Laughter.
Ensure
Tears.
Ensure
Victory.
Millions of healthy people are discovering Ensure. One glass gives you complete balanced nutrition when you can't have foods like these. Ensure
Family. Wonder. Life.
Ensure to your health. Now with lutein to help support the health of your eyes.
Sometimes people bring me more than just their pet.
That's Buddy.
Ooh, and about 100 of his closest friends. And when pets have fleas and ticks, your home and family might have them too. So I recommend Frontline Plus for dogs and cats. It kills fleas fast and lasts longer than any other leading brand. And it kills flea eggs and larvae. Frontline Plus also kills ticks, including those that may transmit Lyme disease. It's my job to keep dogs and cats healthy. Fleas and ticks, that's another story.
Frontline Plus, veterinarian's #1 choice.
Got an itch? Scratching tears up skin. Maximum Strength Lanacane saves your skin from scratching with maximum anti-itch medicine and antibacterial to help kill germs. Lanacane stops the itch, saves your skin.
A friend told me about Prevacid. So I called the number and they sent me a certificate for a week's worth free.
Call today for a Prevacid free trial offer. Then ask your doctor if prescription Prevacid is right for you.
Swaying in the summer breeze, showing off their silver leaves as we walk by.
Bounce introduces a new scent that's blossoming with orchard freshness. New Bounce Summer Orchard. It gives all your fabrics the freshness of an orchard in summertime. Summer Orchard scent. New from Bounce.
3 people are staying at the same 3-star hotel in identical rooms. But one of them is paying 40% less. Can you guess who? Now Priceline has the guaranteed best prices at top-of-the-line hotels. You choose the price, neighborhood, and a 2, 3, or 4-star hotel, and they'll find it. You'll save up to 40% off Expedia and Travelocity. Top-of-the-line, guaranteed best price. Priceline Hotels.
Gotta go right now. Gotta go. Gotta go right now. Gotta go.
If you've always got to go, ask your doctor about Detrol LA. It's been proven effective for overactive bladder.
Anyone need a break?
Not right now.
You shouldn't take it if you have stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems. The most common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, abdominal pain, and headache.
And I don't have to go right now.
Detrol LA. When you've always got to go.
Thousands of people marched today in gay pride parades in cities across America. Gays and lesbians on New York's Fifth Avenue celebrated the Supreme Court ruling only 3 days ago, striking down a Texas ban on gay sex. Jim Acosta tells us their next goal, legalizing gay marriages.
Tom and Brendan. They exchanged their wedding vows in a church ceremony that made headlines. But for gay activists Brendan Fay and Tom Moulton, there was one problem. In the eyes of the law of New York.
Tom and I walked out the door of that church, the same legal strangers that walked in.
A bit of toast and a cup of tea.
They plan to change that by heading north to tie the knot in Canada, which legalized gay marriages earlier this month. When they return, Brendan and Tom will challenge U.S. laws to secure the same rights extended to straight couples, like immigration. Brendan is Irish and wants to be an American citizen.
I believe when we return, after being married in Canada, we will be legally married.
Not so fast, says Ken Connor of the Family Research Council.
What the homosexual community seeks to do here is to deconstruct the institution of marriage
But Connor admits the drive for gay marriages in America is gaining momentum, citing last week's Supreme Court decision that declared Texas anti-sodomy law unconstitutional. That ruling, says family law expert Glenn Lewis, knocked down one of the chief objections to same-sex marriage, that homosexual conduct is illegal.
I think it's likely to be incremental. I think at the beginning there'll be a recognition of spousal rights, such as for insurance purposes, things like that, rights that have been long denied for same-sex couples.
But the Supreme Court is split over whether the Texas case sets the stage for gay marriages. Justice Anthony Kennedy cautioned the decision does not involve whether the government must give formal recognition to any relationship that homosexual persons seek to enter. Do not believe it, responded Justice Antonin Scalia, who echoed the fears of conservatives.
Why do you have to push this issue?
We have to push the issue because we're not allowed to live our lives the same as everybody else.
Challenges to state laws barring gay marriages are already underway, and more are in the works, giving Brendan and Tom reason to hope that their walk down the aisle will amount to more than just ceremony. Jim Acosta, CBS News, New York.
On the CBS Weather Watch, Tropical Storm Bill, the second of this hurricane season, formed today in the Gulf of Mexico. Watches have been posted along parts of the Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi coasts. Bill has sustained winds of 45 miles an hour. We'll be right back after this.
I don't smell him. I'm the only cat left. You know, that Misty always was a prima donna. And Mr. Boots, always cuddling with the humans. What a sellout. What? It's all mine.
You'd never know there were 3 cats in here.
3?
This tidy cat really controls the odor.
Uh-oh. Formulated for multiple cats?
Something stinks.
And it's not the litter box.
Tidy cats. Multiple strength.
For multiple cats.
A friend told me about Prevacid. So I called the number and they sent me a certificate for a week's worth, free.
Call today for a Prevacid free trial offer. Then ask your doctor if prescription Prevacid is right for you.
Can one Swiffer wet cloth clean your entire floor? Thanks to the powerful cleaning solution, the answer is yes. And then some. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
Why suffer through thick glasses of Metamucil for regularity? Try a refreshing change. Pure, natural water with Fibercon caplets. Just as effective as Metamucil, and Fibercon is refreshingly easier to take.
Not one of these allergy medicines can give you long-lasting seasonal allergy relief without the risk of drowsiness. But Allegra 180 can. For people 12 and over, side effects are low and may include headache, cold, or back pain. Choose long-lasting relief without drowsiness. Allegra.
Do you always reach every spot when you brush? Do you always floss between all 32 teeth? There may be places you miss. Good thing Listerine can help. In just 30 seconds, Listerine kills germs to fight plaque buildup in places you may have missed with brushing and flossing for a cleaner, healthier mouth in no time. Listerine. Worth the time, every time.
If you're heading out there, I'll give you a tip. It's wild and it's far, and you're in for a trip. For just when you think it couldn't get rougher, the path goes crooked and the going gets tougher. But once you've traveled this far off the track, you won't settle for less. And there's no going back. The powerful Chevy Tahoe, like a rock.
How did what used to be the lion's share of college sports end up as the lioness's share? And what do the men plan to do about it? 60 Minutes tonight.
This week, you'll see Brad Pitt, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Reese Witherspoon, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. So wake up to The Early Show, the fastest-growing network morning news program.
A report out last week says hormone replacement therapy not only stimulates the development of breast cancer, but also makes detection of tumors more difficult. One more reason for many women to rethink their attitudes toward menopause. That's tonight's Sunday cover, A Change of Heart about a change of life. The women filing into this theater are about to treat their menopause symptoms with a new kind of HRT, humor replacement therapy.
A lot of them come in with the attitude of,
Menopause is not funny.
Ladies, it's not the silent passage anymore. Change, change, change.
The creators and cast of Menopause the Musical described their show as a celebration of mood swings and night sweats.
There I am, praying for this moment to pass. Drowning in the sheets I just changed. Nightshirt is drenched. Feeling deranged.
The menopause-themed pop parodies offer a message.
That your body is changing, but you are moving on to something better.
But for decades, the dominant menopause message was not one of proud acceptance. It was treatment.
When I started having hot flashes and night sweats at menopause, my doctor recommended hormone replacement therapy. But I didn't listen. They call it denial.
This advertisement by Wyeth Pharmaceutical Company, the maker of Prempro, aired when 6 million women were using the combination of hormones estrogen and progestin to combat menopausal symptoms. Millions of postmenopausal women were also using HRT in hopes of preventing osteoporosis and heart disease. Some even hoped the drugs would help them keep a youthful appearance.
We're always looking for a fountain of youth. If you go back to Greek mythology, you find the search for a fountain of youth. And so women were told, well, here it is, baby.
Barbara Seaman tracks the history of hormone therapy in her upcoming book, The Greatest Experiment Ever Performed on Women.
It took 60 years, exactly 60 years before we found out that it didn't have all these fountain of youth benefits, that it had the opposite effect.
Many HRT patients were shocked last year when a government study revealed long-term use of estrogen and progestin pills significantly increased the risk of invasive breast cancer, heart attack, and stroke.
A woman should only consider taking it if she's having really horrible hot flashes, which actually most women don't have.
In just a year, the number of women using HRT has dropped by half.
The doctor says no hormones, some say take hormones. Right now I'm trying natural.
Health advocates say new awareness of HRT's risks is adding momentum to a movement some call the demedicalization of menopause.
I'm in control. My worries are few.
It's an evolution welcomed by actress Joylyn Matthews, who says she sees a new attitude in the audience and in herself, now ready to embrace and celebrate the once dreaded change in life.
They're ready to charge out there and take menopause head on. I may be going through menopause, baby, but just come toe-to-toe with me and I'll show you what a woman I really am.
Researchers have yet to determine the degree of risk from small doses of HRT. However, the FDA has approved 2 lower dose formulations of Prempro, one of which will be available in a few weeks' time. We'll be back.
That was me. What a stiff. Back then, my achy joints made it hard for me to get around. So I tried OsteoBiflex. OsteoBiflex has helped so many renew their joints and their lives. You see, it's not temporary relief. It safely lubricates joints and rebuilds cartilage. So over time, you're more flexible and comfortable. OsteoBiflex from Rexall. Put some life back in your joints.
I don't smell him. I'm the only cat left. You know, that Misty always was a prima donna. Mr. Boots, always cuddling with the humans. What a sellout. What? It's all mine.
You'd never know there were 3 cats in here.
3?
This tidy cat really controls the odor.
Uh-oh. Formulated for multiple cats?
Something stinks.
And it's not the litter box.
Tidy cats. Multiple strength.
For multiple cats.
Now you can help manage your diabetes. Anytime, anywhere. This is Glucerna, an ideal food for people with diabetes. Have a delicious snack bar, or a meal bar, or enjoy a rich, creamy shake. Glucerna has the right balance of carbohydrates, fat, and protein. It's clinically proven to help manage glucose levels. And for free personalized meal plans, visit Glucerna.com. It's time for a taste of freedom.
Not one of these allergy medicines can give you long-lasting seasonal allergy relief without the risk of drowsiness. But Allegra 180 can. For people 12 and over, side effects are low and may include headache, cold, or back pain. Choose long-lasting relief without drowsiness. Allegra.
Emerging science suggests that lycopene is one of the ingredients in tomatoes that may help reduce the risk of heart disease.
Now Centrum and Centrum Silver have lycopene. Another reason to take your Centrum.
New Centrum with lycopene. Now more complete from A to Zinc.
Every day for thousands of years, Old Faithful has been, well, faithful.
What causes it to stay so regular?
Stay regular with Metamucil Daily Fiber Therapy. It works with you, naturally. Get regular, stay regular, the natural way.
It's time to break from routine and to break out the skewers. It's time for Red Lobster's new Mix It Up Shrimp, just $10.99. Combine 2 of our 5 delicious flavors, served with our famous Cheddar Bay biscuits and salad. Mix It Up Shrimp. It won't be around long.
Have you ever heard of Special K? No, not the cereal, the designer club drug.
There's been a great increase in the amount that we've seen out in the club.
The popular drug is both dangerous and illegal. So why are Special K users rarely prosecuted? Eye on America investigates Monday on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Some lucky children in Los Angeles won't just be hanging out this summer, they'll be hanging 10. Sandra Hughes found that these youngsters are riding waves into the future.
You get a wave, lying down. Paddle, paddle.
MacArthur Park in downtown Los Angeles may seem an unlikely place for a surf lesson. It's miles from the ocean and known more for its crime rate than anything else. But for surfing instructor Mary Setterholm, it's not the location that matters.
Wherever you are, if you feel it in your heart that you want to go out and be part of waves, come on out and be part of waves.
But being part of the waves means being at the beach, an opportunity that doesn't present itself to these Angelinos too often.
Most of these kids, 70% don't even get to the beach.
Enter the Surf Bus, a new program for inner-city kids who want to become part of Southern California's most popular pastime. The bus shuttles these aspiring surfers from their neighborhoods to the beaches of Santa Monica. First lesson, suit up. It's not just a matter of staying warm, it's also a matter of staying safe.
We've had problems with cultural differences where, for example, some Hispanic kids don't want to take their jeans off. And they'll go in the water wearing jeans, and we've had drownings where they'll fall in a hole and the jeans then become like a sea anchor and drag them down.
Let's go, you're in the wave. Go ahead and pop up.
Next step, how to catch a wave. Wipeouts are common, but the kids don't seem to mind.
That's not fun, but it's fun.
And with each passing wave, another surfer is born.
I don't know any other kids that surf. I'll probably be the first one on my block.
It may take all summer for these kids just to learn how to stand up. In the meantime, instructors hope their lessons in surfing translate into lessons for life.
Anyone can do it. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It has nothing to do with your neighborhood. It just takes someone that has tenacity.
And ambition. One thing these wave riders are not lacking.
I want to go on the biggest wave, the tallest wave.
Big dreams for these little kids, one bus ride at a time. Sandra Hughes, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And that's the CBS Evening News for this Sunday. Later on CBS, 60 Minutes and the gender dispute in college athletic funding. Tomorrow on the early show, the latest on the Chicago porch collapse. I'm John Roberts in New York. Thanks for choosing CBS News tonight. Have a good night.
For news 24 hours a day, log on to cbsnews.com.
How did what used to be the lion's share of college sports end up as the lioness's share? And what do the men plan to do about it? 60 Minutes tonight.
Experience CBS News.
The search is on tonight in East Nashville for a pack of dogs believed to attack a 3-year-old. We'll have the latest. Plus, Senate Majority Leader Bill Frist is in Nashville this weekend discussing health care. And a 4th of July celebration at a Middle Tennessee church that's attracting new members. The news is now.
From your news and information leader.
This is News Channel 5 at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ben Hall in for Scott Couch. Metro Police spent the afternoon searching for a pack of stray dogs in East Nashville. Authorities believe the dogs attacked a 3-year-old boy last night, sending them to the hospital. News Channel 5's Joe Fryer is here with the latest. Joe, what happened here?
Well, Ben, it is incredibly difficult to catch all of these dogs. As you are about to see, police officers and animal control were able to locate some of the dogs, but actually getting them all into custody is quite a challenge.
Come here, boy. Don't let him get around you. That's my face.
This is video of officials trying to catch one of the dogs. Unfortunately, the dog was too fast and they weren't able to get this one. In all, police believe 5 dogs attacked that boy last night. Police searched the neighborhood around the Berkshire Apartments, which is where the boy